Hi everyone, so I hope you guys went through the last video. So now you have some idea about if else loop, not loop actually, if else condition, how it works. Okay, I hope you have some idea about that. So now we will have a look on, we will see how we can implement it in a simple manner in Arduino, right, with the serial print. So if you don't watch the last video, if you didn't watch the last video, go watch it and come back. If you know if condition else condition already, because this is some simple concepts, if you know it, then it is easy to you. Otherwise, go watch the previous video and come back to this particular video. So let's go for a scenario. We can simply continue the last time scenario like we used. You may remember it that if someone is more than 18 years old, we printed that more than 18, right? So let's go for a scenario like that. If let's say a person, right? So someone is more than 18, right? 18 plus. I will write it in a short form. So say more than 18. Now let's write it so that will be much easy. So I will make someone as short as possible. Someone SMN, right? Someone is more than 18. So you may have to print something, right? So action 1. So where is the action 1? All good. Action 1. Otherwise, okay, if not, I will write the word not. If not, action 2. If not means what? He is not more than 18, right? So that means less than or equal to 18. So that is common sense. Okay. Action 2. So it's not action. Okay. So we know if this someone is more than 18, this think become true, action 1 will happen. If it is not true, that means if it is false, action 1 will be skipped and action 2 should happen. So this is the basic concept of if else condition. So this not means we go into the else condition part. So already we studied about printing more than 18 when someone is more than 18. So now we go for another option. But if that person is not more than 18, we are going to do something else. So that is what we write in the else condition. So if you use only if, you don't do anything if that person is not more than 18. Now we are doing something for that also. That is what action 2 is. So I hope that is understandable. So we will write the basics things in that scenario because I will put it a little bit high. Okay. So we will write the serial begin 9600. Okay. Then what we will do is we will write an if. So you know how to write an if now, because in the last video we had a look. So even the last few videos we had a look on that. So if, then you are going to write the condition within that. So let's say x. Okay, x is more than 18. So I have to define x as well. So I will say int x is equal to 20. This is very easy. Okay, if x is more than 18, then what we will do is we will simply serial print the value. So how to print the value? Serial dot print ln. Okay, ln. We can say like, okay, more than 18. So it goes long, so I will put a backspace here. More than 18, then the text should come within 2 double quotes, right? So that has to be happening. 2 double quotes. Okay, so that is beautiful. So I will take some space, make some space from here also. So now this is clear to you, right? Okay. So now if what if someone is not more than 18? So this is what action 1 is, right? The more than 18. So that now I'm going to implement action 2 parts. So according to the logic, whatever we need to happen will happen, right? So now we are going to write the wife of the if condition. So the wife is else. So the wife is for the particular person, right? His wife. So this else is this if's else. This if condition will on that else. Okay. So if you write another if condition, you can write another else. Okay. It's up to you. So just remember that. So now what we will do is we will still I will copy this and paste so that I can save them some time and my work. So I will still I will print not what we can print, not more than 18, right? We can print something like that. Not more than 18, like less or equal. Okay, equal. I will use EQL so that I can save some space. Okay, so less or equal 18. So just have a look on that code. So I can roll this down. So we have to make this part as a comment, because otherwise this may be giving some comparative errors, because we wrote it for our explanation. Okay, so the scenario is fine. What is in the green color? So if someone is more than 18, the action 1 we are going to do. So what the more than 18 serial printing value. If someone is not more than 18, we are going to do action 2, that is within that else condition, else part. So that is less or equal to 18. Okay, so since in our scenario x is 20, right? So serial begin will initiated, then void loop will come here and it will start to check whether the if condition is true or not. So 20 means 20 is more than 18. So 20 is more than 18 is true, right? Commonly it is true because 20 is more than 18. So this if condition will be implemented according to the program's logic. So whatever you write within that if condition is serial println more than 18. So that will be implemented. Okay, so since that is implemented, else will be skipped, because I said if condition becomes true, else part will be skipped. Because if you know that, right? If someone is more than 18, you do action 1 and you don't do action 2, because if action 1 is true, action 2 cannot be true, because that is the other condition, right? If he is less than or 18 only, we have to do action 2, less than or equal. So if this is true, action 1 is true, we don't check the action 2. The same goes the other way around. If action 1 is false, then only we do action 2, because we know if action 1 is false, then action 2 is true. Understood? So the same thing. So x is more than 20, so else part will not be done. So else this line number 12 to 15, whole things will be skipped. 14. Okay, so it will come to 15 and it will restart that void loop iteration, and again you will see serial println will be more than 18 will be printed in your serial monitor continuously, because void loop will be continuously running, so it will keep printing always. If you want it to be printed only one time, you can have the whole if and else within the void setup. It's up to you. So now you can go and change this value. Let's say less than 18, 10. So now you will see now what will happen. Again void setup will initiate the program and void loop will start, and it will come and check if x is greater than 18 is now x is 10. So 10 is greater than 18 is a false condition now, because 10 is greater than 18 is not true. So that means false. It's not true. So whatever you write within the if condition will be skipped, and it will go to it will see whether there is an else condition. Yes, there's an else condition. So if condition is false, so I have to get into the else condition. So it will get into the else part. So and it will see what is written that else part, less than 18, less or equal. So less or equal 18 will be printed. So in this scenario, then it will come here. It will come and again it will repeat that void loop, because it will continuously repeatedly running, right? So you will see continuously this else loop will be implemented forever. So that means less or equal 18 will be printed continuously in the serial monitor without any break forever, right? So by only changing the x you can do this. So here we are really manually changing the x. So if you, let's say if you have a sensor value, and if you assign that sensor value, you remember when we take a digital read value, we assign it to x. When we take an analog read value, we assign it to x, right? So if you do such a scenario, that means a sensor value that can be changed, then this if condition makes sense. You can think like this: if x is something, we don't assign a value to x, we have x and we assign a analog read temperature value to x. You assign an analog read value from an analog temperature sensor. So x is that analog read temperature value. So then if I want to, let's say, switch on the bulb, switch on an LED when the x value is more than 50, you can simply write it, right, within the if condition. You can write if x is more than 50, you can use a digital write, the particular LED is high. So otherwise you have to, if you want to switch off the LED, you can write it inside the else part as digital write, the particular LED is low, and also you have to mention pin mode. That's all. I hope you can understand that. If you don't understand that, don't worry. If you understand whatever I have done here, then that's fine. Okay. So I hope this is understandable. So if you don't understand, rewatch the video, then you will get that idea. I will catch you in the next video. Until then, have a great day ahead. Bye, and consider subscribing us, guys.